Hi, everyone. I was just thinking about adapting to different changes that we go through and persevering and coming out the other side and just always moving forward. We had a rehearsal studio, but when I was taking care of my mom, we were no longer able to play at the studio. So we went from a rehearsal studio to our own recording studio that we built. This was added on to my mom's house when I was taking care of her. And then I added upgrades and brought in audio feeds and then soundproofing to make it a home for us. It was our sanctuary. With the thought maybe someday I would buy the house, and then that became not a reality. We sold the house, and with it went the recording studio. It was hard to say goodbye to that. I have pictures when we broke ground in the backyard, and it took a couple of years to get done. I didn't have the time to spend out there as I wanted to. I was able to get out there to the control room. I had a camera set up so I could watch my mom. I had my monitor on the desk here, and then off to the right, I had a monitor so I could keep an eye on the house with cameras and keep an eye on her. It's like watching a tennis match. I would work on my songs. How's my mom? And I'd go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to where I just couldn't concentrate. And I was worried about her. And if maybe she would get up to do something, I would get up and go in the house, make sure she was okay. So fast forward years later, we did get songs done. We got 3 recorded, but are going to be out soon. The hard part was letting it go. After my mom passed away, right at the beginning of COVID, I tore down the studio in advance, expecting we were going to get out of there. And I figured if I'm done here, I didn't want to prolong being somewhere where I knew the clock was ticking. So we moved out. And when I left the house, I literally kissed the wall and thanked the house for protecting our family all these years. I know so many people aren't fortunate to have a home, and I'm grateful. We always said as a band, if we get out there and make some money, we want to help people. With Joe and Frank, I love these guys. They're my brothers. And we think the same along those lines. My goal is to create music and to be able to make my living with this. That doesn't mean that I forget the blessings that I've had. I say it every day. I thank God, and I say I want to help people. And I do. That will never change. Leaving the studio, I remember driving away from the house saying, this is it. Someone had bought the house and we sold our family home, and that was it. I moved to an apartment, but I said I want a bedroom and I want a dedicated room for my studio. And I was able to work on things, but I wasn't able to play music at the volumes I wanted to play them at. Not that I play them loud, but it still disturbs people. Having anything that's amplified was essentially out of the question. Even though I had good neighbors, it wasn't a solution. But again, I was grateful to have a place to at least work on my music. As I moved forward, I moved into a smaller space, and I had a very abbreviated studio in my bedroom. I ended up moving to a house. My studio is in a bedroom. It's small. So I've started with a rehearsal studio and then a wonderful recording studio with a control room and a live room. That was our sanctuary. And to lose that took a lot out of me. I mean, it hurt to lose it. But it's life. It's part of life. So, I wasn't upset for long, but I was definitely frustrated that I had to lose something that meant so much that I worked very hard putting together. But everything works out. Everything works out. The most important thing is I never gave up. I said, I'm going to find a way to do this. Wherever I'm at, I'm going to bring my music with me. I'm going to record, engineer, produce. I'm going to do everything. It's just going to be different. In my apartment, I used headphones to mix. Wherever you're at, find a place that works for you, and don't let change in life get you down. Don't let it discourage you, but put everything into perspective, because you don't need a studio to write your songs, to get your ideas down. You can use virtual instruments. I love real musicians, but a lot of things that I do myself. It's just out of necessity and logistics. You can keep going wherever you are. Just know that you are with you wherever you are, and it doesn't matter where you are. You can work on your songs. Bring your notepad, bring a pen, bring your smartphone, bring an instrument with you, bring your voice, bring whatever it takes that you need so that you always are prepared to write. Whenever you're a passenger in a car on a long road trip, look around, see what inspires you as you're driving. You're sitting in traffic. How can I turn this into a song about waiting, anticipating your destination, and maybe not focus on the negative of the traffic, but say, I'm so looking forward to getting to where we're going that I'm frustrated that I have to wait. But you're frustrated because you're so looking forward to your destination and to enjoying that. Just try to turn it into a positive. Whatever your situation is, you can do this. So keep writing. Talk to you soon.